My name is Shiya Lin. I'm currently a biology and psychology double major, and I'm a rising senior. I'm working at the Malapatsu lab here in the nephrology department. My research involves stem cells, so I'm working to build organoid models to model different kidney diseases and figure out how to do high-throughput drug testing with them. I'm working with stem cells, and we're using those cells, which can generate from any part of your body, to develop miniature organs in the lab. And so I'm currently trying to build my own kidneys just using stem cells. And we're using those kidneys to test patient-specific conditions, look at different pathways within the body, and try to test drugs that are hopefully going to work on each individual patient. My research is something that I'm very passionate about because of how novel it is. There's not many labs that currently focus on organoid research, and I think that it's a way that we can really shape the future of organ transplants as well. Hopefully in the future, I can potentially use one of my own made organoids and deliver a patient transplant. When I was coming into Stony Brook, I knew that I wanted to do hands-on bench research. I'm in a very fortunate position in my lab right now that my PI trusts me a lot to work with many independent projects. He is definitely a very big role model for me and kind of inspiring me to understand what my life could look like in the future. He sees a lot of potential in me, and I think that that's the biggest support I could have asked for within a PI, someone who truly believes in my potential and wants to see me succeed in my field. Not only does he allow me to network, but he also gives me the opportunity to develop my own research project, take it in the directions that I want to go on. He pushes me to publish papers, to do things that are good for my career, and he gives me opportunities that I feel like a lot of other undergraduates really are fighting to get. I think a lot of people tend to wait to get into research until they've learned a lot or they've learned enough to kind of understand the projects and the complexities of the science that they're learning. And I think that's something that I wish I could tell everyone who's interested in research, because a lot of people say like you can't get into research as a freshman or you have to wait until later. But I think that the earlier you start, the better, because the longer that you're working hands-on in the field, the more you learn about the specific topics you're going to be working with and how to use not just the knowledge that you learned inside the classroom, but also the knowledge that you learn outside of the classroom. You're not supposed to know everything when you go into research. That's why it's called research. You're constantly searching and searching again. And so it really is just this constant quest of what can I find out next and how can I work with that information to make this story so that I can share it with others. And I think if someone's like an incoming freshman or just anyone at Stony Brook who's looking for research, just do the research at first. Look into the mentors that you want to have, look into the labs that you think will help you grow the most professionally, and then earnestly reach out to them, because PIs can tell when you're truly passionate about what it is that they're working on. And if you don't hear an email back right away, it's okay to email again and to just follow up and see if they're able to accept you. You can even ask to shadow for a day or two, maybe even shadow for a whole semester. And a lot of PIs are very open to having students. I think because Stony Brook is an R1 research institution, as well as a teaching hospital, the PIs here expect to have students and they want to have students. I think working in the lab has changed my perspective on learning a lot and has made me want to be a better student in general, just a better scientist and academic.